Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. To my new subscribers, my name is Sam G. I'm your lifestyle and personal finance guy. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. In today's video, I'll be continuing the two-part series on 10 strategies to help beginners build credit. So just stay tuned, relax, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have... First tip, keep your credit utilization low. As I talked about in my previous video, maxing out your credit cards doesn't do you any favors in the long run. You don't want to charge more on your card than you can afford to pay back each month. However, keeping your credit utilization low isn't just about staying out of debt every single month. Your credit utilization also impacts your credit score. A good rule of thumb is to always keep your credit utilization under 30%. So for example, if you have $1,000 in available credit, you shouldn't owe more than $300 at a time. Likewise, if you have $10,000 in available credit, you shouldn't owe more than $300 at a time. By keeping your credit utilization under 30%, you can avoid dragging down your credit score. The next tip is don't open too many new accounts at once. Although you need lines of credit to build your credit score, opening too many accounts at once can hurt your credit score. To avoid hurting your credit score, do not incur a lot of hard credit inquiries in a short period of time. It doesn't matter if lenders or credit card issuers are sending you pre-approval letters in the mail or if cashiers are giving you store credit cards. You don't have to open an account. Open your account strategically rather than signing up for every offer that comes your way. Note that when you're signing up for a car loan or a mortgage, you usually have a window of time where you can check your rates with multiple lenders without harming your credit score. Next tip, pay all your bills on time. Two factors that are most influential when it comes to your credit score are one, paying on time, and also maintaining zero to low balances on revolving debt. The first factor, which is payment history, is an easy win when it comes to learning how to build credit for the first time. After all, if you pay your bills on time every month, you're doing one of the best things you could possibly do to help build your credit. But that doesn't just mean your credit card bill. It also means your rent, your doctor's bills, your utilities, any bill that you can think of. And yes, while these things are not directly related to credit, unpaid bills can be reported on your credit history by all kinds of companies. Even worse, if your account goes into default and is sold to a collections agency, then your credit is going to suffer even more. Collections accounts can stay on your credit for as long as 7 years. Don't let this happen to you. Pay all of your bills on time, and if you think you wouldn't be able to make a payment on time, reach out directly to your creditor to see if you can work out a payment plan. Next tip. Keep your accounts open unless they're costing you. The length of your credit history also factors into your credit score. This is why it's a bit challenging when you're first learning how to build credit. Once you have some accounts open, avoid closing them unless you have a good reason to do so. It's fine to pay off an account if it's charging you a huge yearly or monthly fee, or if it's a loan that you want to pay off as soon as possible. But if the account is not costing you, closing it can actually shorten your credit history and impact your score. My final tip is to avoid student loan default. Of all the bills in the world that can become overwhelming, student loans is definitely on the top of that list. Unlike other types of debt, student loans are nearly impossible to discharge through bankruptcy. And of course, once they get sent off to collections, it's definitely going to damage your score. This makes it difficult to know who's servicing them when it's time to start repaying your loans. If you have federal student loans and you're having trouble paying them back, you have access to the following options: deferment and forbearance, forgiveness, and income-driven repayment plans. I'll be going into a little more detail in subsequent videos breaking those three down and how you could potentially take advantage of those. And if you have private student loans and the interest rates are too high, you can actually refinance them to get a lower interest rate. You're not likely to get approved for this on your own if you're new to credit, but there's the option of having a cosigner. You might have more success with that one. One important thing that I'd like to point out is that should you refinance your student loans with a cosigner, it's very important that you pay your bill in full every single month. That's because a delinquency on your part will not only affect your credit, it's also going to affect your cosigner's credit, and you definitely don't want that. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, you can drop it in the comment section of this video. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.